Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of Shadowrun Hong Kong. This is episode 7. We are in the Mahjong parlor, and we are about to leave to go to the waterfront and eventually Boat Hole. So, let's get to it and see where our new domicile leads us. And people randomly populated. Yay for loading! Alright, we're going to head on off to the Hole of Boat, and it is over there. We are going to sprint. There it is. You two can bunk here for a while, she nods with her nose toward a hatch. You've each got a head to take care of your necessaries. Try to knock before you enter someone else's, okay? Okay, that's very odd phrasing. Seriously. I know the drill. Wu turns to you. Stinks of fish, just like that place we squatted at on Leary Avenue back when we were kids. The one with that Aztlan family and their dog. I remember it being a dump. You hated that dog. They were good people. You hated that dog. He kept digging out my food stash. No matter where I hid it, he'd find it and scarf down a week's worth of grub. He wipes his nose with a gloved hand. Still, it was sad what happened to him and the family. No one should go out that way. He stretches. His spine pops like a handful of firecrackers. I think I've been up for something like 36 hours straight. He drops his arms, and this has been one crap stain of a day. Time to end it. The orc turns to you, raises an eyebrow. Anything you need before I leave you to it? Is it just you and Isobel living here? Is there a place for my stuff? How'd you get your hands on this place? I'm gonna grab some snack time too. Or sack time too. Snack time sounds so much better. Hey, I got snacks today. I'm happy. Alright. I think I'll have a look around. How'd you get your hands on this place? How do people like us get our hands on anything? We found it. You found it empty. He sweeps his eyes across the cabin. The doubt is plain on his face. Somebody's abandoned a prime piece of real estate like this? She shrugs. Close enough. It was full of BTL junkies when we came across it. They were completely wigged out on some multiplayer cyber game. I'm not sure they ever chipped out of it. They were completely emaciated, stewing in piles of their own crap. Their eyes had sunk into their skulls. Pretty gruesome stuff. They racked up a killer score, though. True. They had the moves. Should have hung an IV while they were playing, though. Turns out nutrition, it's important. So, what happened? Did they die? She shrugs. Nightjar ran them out. Not sure what happened to them after that. Anyway, it's ours now. Auntie Cheng says so. All but the engine room, you mean? Right, everything but that. Auntie rented it out from under us. That must have pissed you off. She shrugs. Whatever, we weren't using it. As long as our downstairs neighbor keeps to himself, he can have the lower level, especially if it keeps Auntie Cheng happy. Alright, is it just Isobel and you? Yeah, Gobbet's mouth screws up a bit. Now that Nightjar and Gutshot are gone, it's just us. The squeal of metal grinding on metal rips through the boat. It sounds like it's coming from the level below. And the creepy Russian guy renting the engine room downstairs. Nothing to worry about. He mostly keeps to himself. She checks her PDA. He'll stop soon. He's usually quiet by now. Alright, is there a place for my stuff? Yeah, check the locker over there. You can stash your stuff in it. No one will touch your things in there, and it's a lot bigger than it looks. Alright, I think I'll have a look around. Okay, but get some sleep soon. You look like you could use it. We'll go see Kindly in the morning. Figure out our next move. Oh, and they just teleported off the screen. That was weird. Did you see that? They're like phase shifters or something. I don't know. That was a little bit creepy. Alright. Well, I don't see a locker. It is a pretty lovely place. Alright, well, there's an upstairs. And that must be our stash and our bunk. Yeah, we can go to sleep. Doesn't look overwhelmingly pleasant or really all that comfortable, to be honest. Well, at least we have our own laboratory, or is it? Yeah, I think it's a laboratory. That's one of the words for the old poop pot. Hey, what's up, Duncan? Duncan, talk to me. Hey, Bumpy, I got some things to take care of here. Let's talk later. I don't know, man. You gotta go brush your fangs. I'm gonna do that later and polish my horns. If you know what I mean. The thing's on my head, guys. What are you thinking? Whoa, she is decked out and teched out. Look at this. I could totally be a decker. I would totally... Is it jack into something like this? It's fine. Alright, Isobel. Come back later, Squigs. I'm busy. Yeah, I'm starting to get that. Hey, Gabbett, how's it going? Hello. Hello? Hello? Hey, Seattle, I'm not really in the mood to hang out right now. Heavy stuff going down, you know? It'll be fine, but for the time being, I'd rather be alone. We'll talk later, though. Alright, you go hang out with your little rat people. I'm gonna zoom in, kind of look at our dreaded out chick. Yeah, don't I look sexy with my horns and my teeth? Mm-hmm. Plus I have these little weird ridges all over my body. Yep. I'm ribbed for... Never mind. Just so many easy outs, guys. And we're just gonna try not to take any of them. Alright, let's go rest up on our bunk and see what's next. We even dream very weird. Alright, so we dream weird. It's fine, guys. The dream is suffocating, the shifting tunnel of glass and steel, the towering silhouette of dark majesty, the shadowy doorway, and the teeth. They snap at your heels as you claw your way back to consciousness. You open your eyes to Duncan looming over you. Well, that's not a creepy sight at all. He shakes your shoulder roughly. Bumpy! Come on, Bumpy, wake up, we gotta talk. Too kindly. The others already left. What's your problem, Duncan? He lets go of your shoulder and cocks a thumb at the hatch. We gotta go. They've been trying to wake you up for a while now. You were thrashing around in your sleep. Thrashing around? Yeah, you were clawing at the air. Clawing, huh? Did I say anything? Nah, you just mumbled a bit. Nothing I can make out. He scowls. I didn't sleep well either. Bad dream. What about? He shrugs. I never remember my dreams all that well. It was probably motion sickness, not used to sleeping on a boat. I feel you, buddy. I do not do well on boats either. I woke up a little while ago and hit the head. Then I came back and woke you up. You doing okay? I'll survive. His fingers hit a knot. He winces. But man, nothing's gone right since we stepped foot in this country. I'll tell you something, though, and this is after a full night's sleep. I don't believe Ray is dead. He's dead, Duncan. You heard the news report. You saw the surveillance footage. I hope you're right, but I gotta say, it doesn't look good. What makes you say that? Think about it. That statement from the cops on the newscast could be fake. Ours was, and that surveillance footage. We never saw Raymond actually get shot. The camera was hit by stray gunfire. His passion is intense, but contained, focused. Raymond's alive, Bumpy. I know it. You make a good case, Officer Wu. So, what do you want to do now? Raymond is dead, Duncan. We need to accept that and move on. I would go with that just from the Dota 2 reporter, but I digress. He smiles. His teeth are white and straight and perfect and shiny. Also, tusks. Anyway, should have been a detective instead of a headbuster, right? His smile fades. God, I feel like I'm 12 years old again, squatting on a stinking trawler. My partner's gone, Raymond's gone, hell, I'm gone. I don't even have a name anymore. And now I can't even go to sleep and hide from it without having a nightmare. His jaw tightens and his teeth grind so loudly you can hear it. What else is going to be taken away from me? Well, you still have that piercing you got in Tacoma. Hold it together, Duncan. Nothing. It's time for us to turn the tables. DJ No Name. No, okay, it's fine. Do some taking of our own. I'm here, Duncan. I'm not going anywhere. Alright, well, you still have that piercing you got in Tacoma. I had to drop that. Hygiene issues. Wu struggles to smile. He fails. What the hell did we fall into here, Bumpy? I mean, come on, man. What's coming next? Isn't it obvious? Look around. We're sinless, living in the shadows, dealing with criminals. I don't know, but whatever it is, we'll deal. He drops his hands to his hips and takes a couple of deep breaths. Or breaths? Breaths. That's right. That's like Ray always says. Shut up, Duncan, and let Bumpy do the talking. Life is improvisation. When the winds of change blow, some people build walls, others build windmills. I like this. Shut up, Duncan, and let Bumpy do the talking. He chuckles finally. I don't remember Raymond saying that. He said it under his breath. A lot. Don't mess with me, man. You know I've got anger management issues. He checks his watch. Gabbett and Isobel left a while ago. We should get going, too, to see what that triad lady has to say. Alright, let's go find out what we're about to go find out. Let's go do it, I guess. Alright, back to the Mahjong Parlor of Death. Sprint, man, run! You gotta get there quick! There it is. Alright, I clicked it. Okay, there we go. Yay! So, Gubit in... Oh! There's a crouching dude that doesn't look super good. And the dude that punted that other dude in the face, he's here. Let's go talk to Kindly Chang. Oh no, he's not that guy. Never mind. My bad. Kindly's place reeks of stale cigar smoke and fresh urine. My favorite. Not really. The clicking of mahjong tiles is strangely absent. In its place is a low murmur of laughter and an air of eager anticipation. All eyes are focused on the groaning figure kneeling, bloody and bound at the feet of Kindly Chang. She beckons to him with her finger, and he struggles toward her, the loud rustling of the plastic tarp crackling under his knees as he moves. His pants are wet with fear. That's urine, not fear, but okay. And I have no idea how to say that word. I'm going to skip it, guys. Sorry. A torch lies on the table at Chang's right hand. I am so sorry. I'm sure it's something really simple, but my brain just cannot wrap around that word. I don't know. It's fine. Kindly Chang ignores the scene. She behaves as if all is right in the world. How did you sleep, my little ones? Like a baby, Auntie. I'm still in the afterglow of our tour of the walled city. Not too well, Auntie Chang. I had a bad dream. Fine, thanks. What's wrong? What's with the guy on the floor? She indicates the kneeling man with an incline of her nose. Crapbird here is a plain-clothes cop. He snuck into the area last night while you were sleeping, hoping to find you and kill you before his competition got to you first. My men found him outside the trawler you were sleeping on. They saw to it that your rest was undisturbed and that your location remained a mystery. She nods her head back toward the pillar of meat standing behind her. You can thank Mr. Bayo for that. Nod to Strangler Bayo. Ignore him. Thank you for guaranteeing our safety, Mr. Bayo. So you're the night watchman now, buddy. Thanks. I'm gonna nod to him. Bayo inclines his head 1/4 of an inch. Kinky. She addresses the bloody man on his knees. Now, Crapbird, tell my friends here what you told me. I don't know anything, I swear. We just got the orders in last night. He pushes his head towards you and woo from the floor, struggling to keep his balance. Somebody high up wants these two dead. The whole department is on it. I don't know anything else. Someone from high up? The woman lifts her foot, taps his chin with the toe of her shoe. How high? The cop looks up at her, looks around at the room filled with triad soldiers. One of them opens his coat and shows the cop something inside. He closes it slowly and winks. The cop drops his head to his chest. All the way up, all the way up. It's someone on the council. Someone on the executive council wants these two dead? Chang spits on him with a sneer. F your ancestors to the 18th generation. Give me the truth. The cop wears the spittle. He never lifts his head. It's the truth, madam. I swear it. Man, he is messed up. Whoever it was labeled them as terrorists. We're to terminate with extreme prejudice. Kindly Chang shuffles closer to the kneeling cop, reaches down and strokes his head with her hand. Then she slowly digs her fingers into his scalp. She pulls back hard until his chin points high. The triad boss leans in close and searches his eyes with her own. That's all he's got. She lets go of his head and smooths his buzzed-cut hair with her hand. For whatever reason, last night someone on the Executive Council of the Free Enterprise Zone ordered the Hong Kong police force to kill 2 nobodies from Seattle. I find that fascinating, don't you? Not really. Corporations can just order cops to kill people here. Yes, but why the need to label us international terrorists? I call that some messed up poo. International terrorist. She strokes the policeman's cheek with the back of her hand. Her rusty voice becomes sweet as she explains the ways of the world. Propriety, my darling. When the government has someone gunned down, they prefer to make it appear justified. The people feel safer when their murderers feel like part of civilization. My, but you have definitely fallen into the deep end of the pool. Seattle isn't like Hong Kong. There are megacorps that control the government. Oh, sorry, there the megacorps control the government. Here, the corps are the government. The Exec Council is chosen by the Corporate Board of Governors. They're basically the legislative and executive branches of the Hong Kong government in one tiny little package. 8 people call the shots. Neat and efficient. Kylie Cheng steps back from the cup and lights up one of her thin, black cigars. For the wage slaves and the civilian sheep, the corporations are a pantheon of gods who wield absolute power. She looks around the room. But not for us. The Triad woman takes a long pull from her cigar and taps the ash on her kneeling cop's head. Who else knows about my guest's visit to Hioi? Crapbird? No one, madam. I hadn't called it in yet. I wanted the kill for myself. No one knows they're here, I swear it. She turns to her enforcer. Mr. Bayo? Bob, as we like to call him, fiddles with the PDA in his meaty hands. He's telling the truth. No outgoing calls on his PDA. Very good, thank you, Bob. She nods at the cop. Thank you for your honesty. In one smooth motion, Strangler... Wow. Sorry. In one smooth motion, I kind of glanced over right at the tail end of that. In one smooth motion, Strangler Bayo produces a silenced pistol, fires it once into the policeman's head, and replaces it in his jacket. His face never changes expression. Looks like the triads can be just as efficient. I was wondering what you were going to do with him. The hell, that was a cop. Well, looks like the triads are just as efficient. Chang takes a drag on her cigar. Yes, my darling. She balances her cigar on her shot glass, picks up some mahjong tiles, and begins playing with them absently. It is clear our friend Raymond Black was up to something involving the walled city, something having to do with prosperity. And this executive council member wanted Raymond dead for it. She stacks her tiles one by one. Click, clack, click, clack. Now they want you dead for it, too. Click. This plastic-faced man may show up on your door one day, too. She knocks the pile over and it clatters to the table loudly. I have a proposal for you, my sweets. A smile lights up her dead black eyes. Work for me. With Nightjar and Gutshot dead, I find myself with 2 job openings. Fill them. I have need of deniable assets here. Players unaffiliated with the triads who can take care of some of the more unsavory business needs about town. You've proven yourself resourceful and that you know that you have no existing connections here. That can be a positive thing in this line of work. Alright, this line of work sounds dangerous. Shadowrunners. Wu grunts, his jaw tightens, but he stays quiet. In exchange, I will keep you safe from pests like this one. She nods at the body on the floor. The pool of blood on the plastic wrap continues to widen. You'll have safe harbor here in my town and a steady source of income. She picks up a handful of tiles again, and while you dip your toe into the waters of corporate espionage, organized crime, and clandestine mercenary actions, I will employ my network to find the plastic-faced man and gather information about Raymond Black, where he's been, who he's talked to, who stood to gain from his death, and what this prosperity could be. What's in it for you? You're pulling out a lot of efforts to help a pair of foreigners. What's in it for you? Besides the money and the benefits of helping others in my community? I need to learn who killed one of my clients and then ordered the cops to execute my team of Shadowrunners. Her voice drops and she becomes deadly serious. This is a brazen disregard of my power. Face dictates... What? Face dictates? Sure. Face dictates it must be confronted or I stand to lose everything. Sure. Face dictates, guys. Who knew? Who knew that face could dictate something? Usually you use your hands or maybe a keyboard or your fingers. You don't generally... Well, maybe you just kind of slam your face into the keyboard. I mean, we've seen some people with names that way. And never mind. Getting off the point, guys. Getting off the point. Okay, how would this arrangement work? We're Westerners. Isn't that a liability in this business? We need to find out who killed Raymond and why. We're Westerners. Oh, no, no, no. On the contrary, there's a good market for out-of-town talent that's waiting to be exploited. Plus, you're unknown. A surprise, if you will. I find the right jobs for people with your talents. You do what our clients cannot do for themselves. I take a finder's fee and a small percentage of your earnings. You make a lot of nuyen very quickly. It's all very civil. All very civilized. She leans in. Work with me. Allow me to help you make money. Let my network work for you and help you find out what you've gotten yourselves into. Without my help, you won't last a day out there. You are completely out of your depth, I'm afraid. You need a partner. Kindly Cheng will be your partner. Wu's hands go to his hips. He drops his head and shakes it a little confused. I gotta wrap my brain around this, Bumpy. Things are moving fast. There's a lot to process. Think about it, Duncan. This gives us freedom to find out what happened to Ray. You had to see this coming, Duncan. I did. Come on, Wu. You and me on the streets together again? Think about it, Duncan. Yeah, I know. I get it. I just gotta reconcile this whole... He grips the back of his neck, squeezes hard, rips his hand away. Ah, F it. I'm not a cop anymore. That guy's dead. He nods, the decision made. I'm in. What about you? I'm in too. I didn't have anything back home anyway. There's good money in the shadows. It's about time I cashed in. I'm in until I can clear my name and get the hell out of Hong Kong. I'm gonna find out who killed Raymond. Somebody's gotta pay. I think Ray's still alive too. Let's run the shadows and figure out what happened to him. Raymond is alive, I'm sure of it, so I'll run the shadows as long as Auntie Chang keeps up her end of the bargain and helps us figure out what really happened to him. Then I'm gonna find my father. Then it's done. Hioi is now open to you. She gestures to her lieutenant, who raises a finger to her ear and whispers into her sleeve. First order of business. Squigs here has already chosen a street name. She turns her attention to Wu, but Duncan, Wu don't exist no more. So, we'll need to get you one, too. Wu sighs. Yeah, okay, I'll think of something. Gobbet runs her cheek against her rats, a glint in her eye. I think we've already got you covered, Gunshow. She turns to Isobel. Fits, doesn't it? Indeed. I knew that was going to stick. It has stuck. Gobbet Isobel will handle this the same way we did with, well, all of your previous work. She didn't say Nightjar. All the jobs I line up for you will be sent to your computer on the squat boat. She's pointing at you. I got it. My computer? I'm not the leader type. I got it. Why him? It's a simple process of elimination. She points to the little decker. Isobel isn't the leader type. You got that right. She moves her finger to the orc girl. As for Gobbet, let's just say Gobbet doesn't have a head for business. Not my thing. Then she rests her finger on Wu. And then there's Gunshow. She wiggles it. The jury's out on Mr. Gunshow. Meaning? Her response is direct, straightforward, meaning there's a lot going on in that head of yours right now, and I'm not sure I can trust you. So I'm in charge because I'm the best of the worst? Gunshow will be fine, trust me. Jury's out with me too, Duncan. You're a raw nerve, and I'm gonna have to keep my eye on you. Gunshow will be fine, trust me. Kindly Cheng makes eye contact with you and holds it. She keeps it steady for a long time. Wu doesn't notice. Don't worry. I'll be cool, Bumpy. Okay then. Guess I'm running the show. I had a handle back in the Barrens. Squigs. Guess it's time I dusted it off. Bumpy McSquiggums doesn't exist anymore. Call me Squigs. Wu shakes his head, eyebrows raised. Gonna be weird calling you Squigs again. Haven't called you that since we were kids. Gobbet looks from Isobel to Wu to you. I guess this is our new crew. The rat... Really? Isobel to Wu to you. Our new crew. Come on, rudimentary rhymes. Oh, wait. And with a better view. Yes. Okay, sorry. The rat on her shoulder scurries to the top of her head for a better view. This is so good, guys. Welcome to the shadows, Squigs. We make a rhyme every time. Wait, that doesn't work. We're a poet and don't know it. Make a rhyme every time. It's fine. Alright, so there we go. We have a crew, and I'm standing on a dead guy. Probably not great. Alright, folks, that's a little bit more storyline, a little bit more advancement, and I think that is going to be the end of this episode. I know we didn't accomplish a whole huge, tremendously large amount of stuff, but the storyline ticks on, and it advances, and we're in a slightly better place. And we're Squigs now. We're no longer Bumpy McSquiggums, so we have advanced on, and we're good to go. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for this episode. I'll be back tomorrow with more Shadowrun Hong Kong. Until then, my name is Bumpy McSquiggums, or Squigs. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.